6. Hurts. David at his feet in the end zone. The ball came out, but they are going to see if he was down. Anthony Nelson was on his back. Is this a safety?
Intentional grounding. Offense. Number 1.
Josh steps up, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, and there he goes. No one's going to get him. Incredible. Breaks it for the touchdown. 52 yards.
Josh Allen, good. Jalen Hurts, not as good. This is interesting to see a daily sports thing, news narratives, takes, gambling. And the wild card round of the playoff has been wrapped up. Buffalo wins by 2 scores. Tampa wins by 3 scores. The Eagles complete their collapse. And breaking news this morning, Jason Kelce, probably the best center of all time, is retiring from the National Football League. He told his teammates last night that yesterday was indeed the last game of his career. 36-year-old Hall of Famer, obviously, probably the best center of all time. Hanging it up. Crazy. Good for him. What a player. Whew. Look at him. What a guy. He made it all the way to the Kelly Green rematch, or the issuing of the new jerseys. So, matchups are set. 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, 8 teams left. First one, Houston at Baltimore. That was the first game of the year, Houston at Baltimore. Or is it Baltimore at Houston? I forget who was where. So C.J. Stroud started his career. Packers at Niners. Niners are 9.5-point favorites. Ravens are 8.5-point favorites. They're the heavy favorites to win the Super Bowl. Bucks at Lions. Lions 6-point favorites in that game. That's really interesting. And then Chiefs at Bills, the Sunday night game. In my memory, all of the big Chiefs and Bills games happened in Kansas City. Am I making that up? So the first one, I want to say, was the 2019 AFC Championship, I think. The Bills are kind of an upstart group. Or is it 2020, maybe? The 2020 AFC Championship. And then in 2021, we had the 13-second game. The Chiefs went on to lose to the Bengals in the AFC Championship the next week. And then they played in the regular season. They've had some good games in the regular season, but I don't remember any of those games happening in Buffalo. Chiefs, Bills, rivalry. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, Mahomes and Lamar is a great player and probably the MVP, probably definitely the MVP, but Allen Mahomes is what we want to watch. I don't know why that is. It's just, I think it's their arms. I don't know. I don't know. Something about it. But we're going to get that game Sunday night. Kind of disappointed in the matchups, actually, weirdly. I think Eagles-Lions would have been better. Packers-Niners will be fun. The Niners are probably going to destroy whoever they play. And this worked out really well for them. I think the Eagles are the only team that kind of match up with them because of the offensive line. But they're such a dumpster fire, it was never going to happen. So I don't know that. Rust is the only thing. Rust and injuries are the only thing that could get them down now, I think. Because I think the Niners will be favored by 12 over the Lions and the Bucks. Probably like a ton. And then they're just going to skate on to the championship. But the AFC is significantly harder. I think all 4 of the AFC teams could win the Super Bowl. Houston is the least likely, I think. Let's see what the internet has to say. FanDuel. Super Bowl. Favorite Niners, second favorite Ravens, third, then a big drop. Bills, then big drop. Big drop. Chiefs, then big drop. Lions, then enormous, crazy drop. Packers, and then the least likely, crazy long shots, Texans and Bucks. So you got Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield, 2 former first overall picks, throwing down. A lot of time to talk about these matchups. Let's talk about some NFL news. The Atlanta Falcons have officially interviewed Bill Belichick for their head coaching job. Dane Brugler made a joke. Do you have any references? And Bill just holds up his championship fingers. I wonder how these interviews are going to go with Bill. After the Cowboys meltdown, the speculation is that Bill Belichick to the Cowboys, and I'll be honest with you, I love that. They're ready to win right now. They need a grown-up at the helm. They need to get more out of their guys. The problem is that Jera, it's like a movie. The 2 old guys trying to get one more ride and prove they're real. Prove they can do it one more time. The Eagles losing that last night, so the Washington Commanders need a new coach. I think the Eagles and the Cowboys are also going to need a new coach. That's my gut feeling. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy. I can't imagine what that interview must have been like for Bill Belichick. Like, hey, Bill, tell me about your whatever. And then he's just like, I don't know. Look, Mahomes and Allen, look at that. How cool is that? A picture of them. Wow. Rumors coming out of the New York Giants that the times are bad. We'll just see. Now that Wink Martindale has been kind of yelled at by head coach Brian Daboll, he's kind of going scorched earth. It got so bad that GM Joe Schoen had to listen to the headsets mid-game. He has no composure. They're talking about Daboll. So maybe the entire NFC East will be looking for a new coach. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? Robert Griffin III coming at Jay Gruden watching the Eagles game last night. Jay Gruden tweeted, if I ever put a QB through what Philly is putting Jalen through, I apologize. Pick up a blitz. Then Robert Griffin III, who played for him and got his career ruined due to injuries, was like, what? Yeah, you did do that. Thank you. You did do that. George Pickens after the game talking about what he saw out there for the Steelers.
So it'll probably change a few perceptions, but like I said before, you can't play the Bills and the refs. You see what I mean? At the same time. So when you out there and you trying to make the plays you are personally, and then they just taking away calls, throwing clear pass, open house, jack head, they call the PI not catchable. So just
Not catchable. I haven't seen a flag down thrown for non-catchable in literal years. I'm not sure if that's even a rule anymore. Because it's uncatchable. It's like I literally haven't. I remember as a kid I used to see that a little. It's uncatchable. I've never. I don't know, man. I've never seen uncatchable. It's not a thing. Is it? I don't know that it's a thing. Mike Tomlin asked about job security. How did he react?
Anyone?
Mike, you have a year left on your contract.
He's just like, I'm out. I'm not talking about that. Just got eliminated from the playoffs. I respect that. Entertaining. Is it possible that Mike Tomlin, Pete Carroll, and Bill Belichick will all be available on the circuit this year as head coaches? That would be quite something. I definitely think it's possible. I really do. I mean, sometimes it's just time. Mike Tomlin to the Eagles, Bill Belichick to the Cowboys. Let's do that. Let's do Mike Tomlin to the Eagles, Bill Belichick to the Cowboys. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. I don't know that I honestly don't think there's a better solution than that. I figure the Seahawks are looking for a coach. So right now we have 8 openings, and I think we're going to get 2 more. I thought Todd Bowles would be fired this year, and I still think that they probably should if their goal was to win a championship. But they're not going to. Let's check out what's going on here with the Manning cast, huh?
Playoff speed. And he said, Palmer says, Coach Moore, I went to Nebraska. I have no idea what a bowl game is. So
that's funny. Nebraska sucks at college football. We'll see what Matt Rule figures out for them. Man, I wonder what Nick Sirianni's going to do. He'd be good at media, I bet. I bet he'd be good. Be good at media. All righty. Back and better than ever tomorrow.